So today we are going to deal with a new topic, that is finding the square root of a number by division method. Before that, I would like to give you some steps that should be followed. The first is group the digits in pairs from right to left. Take the first pair and find the largest whole number, which when multiplied by itself gives the result as first pair or just less than the first pair. Third is bring down the second pair of digits and double the quotient and write as divisor. Fourth is what number you are putting in the divisor, the same number will come as the quotient. Now let's deal with the first question, that is to find the square root of a number by division method. The number is 276676. Now as I told you that it was a rule to group the number in pairs from right to left. So it comes 7 6, okay, you can see 6 6 and 2 7. Now I have grouped it. Now the second step which I told you was to take the first pair. I have taken the first pair, that is 27, and find the largest whole number which when multiplied by itself results either less than this first pair or equal to this first pair. There I take 5, and I told you a rule, whichever number will be written as the divisor, this part is known as the divisor, this is known as the quotient, and this is known as the dividend. Okay, whichever number will be taken as the divisor, the same number has to be taken as the quotient. You have to multiply both, and whichever result you will get should be written here and subtracted. I have done here. I have taken 5 as the divisor, and the quotient also will come 5, as I told you, same thing. 5 into 5 gives 25. 25 is less than 27, right? And we subtract, when you minus 27 minus 25, it gives 2 as the remainder. Now unlike other divisions, we have to bring down a pair of numbers below, and another other type of divisions we would bring only a single number below, but here we have to bring the pairs below. So 66 is a pair, I have brought 66 below. Now as I told you that the next step was to double the quotient and write it as a form of divisor, right? I have doubled the quotient. Double of 5 is 10, I have written here, and here I have written 10, and whichever number will be written here as a divisor, same thing has to be written as the quotient, right? So you can see the first number here is 1 and the first number here is 2. So when 1 multiplied by 2 gives 2, then I have got an idea. If I take 2 here, this 2 will also be written here also, and when I multiply 102 into 2, I will get the answer. Therefore I have multiplied 102 into 2 gives 204. It is less than 266, and on subtracting I get 62 as the remainder, and as the same way 76 comes below, right? When 76 comes below, the total here the dividend comes 6276. Okay, 52 is the quotient, and I told you that you have to double the quotient. Double of 52 is 104. You have to take such a number which we will write as the divisor and the same thing as the quotient. Here you can see the first number is 1 here, and here the first number is 6. Then we got an idea. 1 when multiplied by 6 will give 6. So let's try with 6. 1046. Here we have also written 6. Then here also you have to write 6. Okay. 1046 into 6 gives 6276, and no remainder is left behind. Therefore, square root of 276676 is 526 as the answer. Let's take another question. The question is find the square root of 46656. Now the same rule you have to follow. You have to group them from right to left. 5 6 6 6. But here you can see 1 4 is left behind. So whatever calculation you have to do, you have to do with this 4 first, and then you have to proceed towards the pair, right? Now as I told you a rule that it was find the largest whole number which when multiplied by itself give the result as the first number or less than the first number. So here we will take 2. If I write here 2, here also to write 2 and then multiply. 2 into 2 gives 4. We have written here 4 because it's equal. Around minusing we get 0 as the remainder. And I told you this pair comes down, 66 comes down. And I told you double of this is 4, it will be written here. And you have to find such a number. Now here you can see this number is 4 and this number is 6. So if you take 2, 4, here also you will try 2, then here also try 2 and then multiply. 4 into 2 gives 8. 8 is greater than 6. So 2 cannot be taken. You have to take 1 less than that. 1 less than that is 1. 1 can be taken. 4. Here if you write 1, here also you have to write 1. Therefore 41 into 41 gives 41. This is less than 66. Then we can write 66 minus 41 gives 25 as the remainder. And this 56 comes down. As we know, the pair comes down. And double the quotient. 21 is the quotient. Double is 42. Okay. We have to find such a number, whole number, which we will write here, and we multiply the whole thing. This 3 and this will get either equal to this or less than this. So here you can see the first number is 4 and here the first number is 2. Here you can see the 4 is greater. Okay. And so we have to take the second number of this side. That is 2 and 5. That is 25. Now you know 6 into 4 gives 24. So we can take 6. We have written here. 4 to 6. Here we have written 6. Then here also you have to write 6. 4 to 6 into 6 gives 2, 5 to 5, 6. We get remainder as 0. Therefore root over 46656 is equal to 216. It is the answer. Now the rules are same for decimal numbers, only I will add a few rules. Now the rule is, in the decimal number starting from the decimal point, group the integral part from right to left and the decimal part from left to right. Now here this means, let's take an example. If there is a question, find the square root of 605.16. The question here, that rule says that before the decimal point you have to take the pairs from right to left. 0 and 5 is one pair, 6 doesn't have any pair, so it is left alone. But after the decimal point, the pairing will be done from left to right, like 1, 6 as a one pair. Okay. Now let's solve. Okay. The question is, find the square root of 605.16. I have already paired, you can see. Once again I remind you, after decimal point from left to right you have to pair, and before the decimal point from right to left you have to pair. Now as I told you, 6 is left behind alone. So whatever calculation will be done first with 6. So you have to take such a number which are multiplied by itself gives either less than this 6 or equal to 6. We cannot get equal to 6, so we will take less than 6. We have written here 2. Then here also you have to write the same 2. Then multiply. 2 into 2 gives 4, which is less than 6, so it can be taken. That is, on subtracting we get 2. And as I told you, the whole pair comes down, 0, 5 comes down. Okay. And after that, the quotient, here the divisor will be double the quotient. The quotient is 2. 2 double is 4. And after that I am saying you, here you can see the first number is 4. Here the first number is 2. You can see here 4 is greater than 2. Then I told you to take the second number also. Here 4, 20. 4 multiplied by 5 gives 20. But if you can say, why can't we take here 5? Why you have taken 4? If you take here 5, here also you have to take 5 and then multiply 45 into 5. And I have multiplied here. On multiplication, when 45 multiplied by 5 gives 2 to 5. 2 to 5 is greater than 205. So subtraction is not possible. So we have to take 1 less. So 1 less is 4. Then 44. And whichever number we write here, same number has to be written here. 44 into 4 gives 176, which is less than 205. It can be taken. And on subtracting we get 29. And as I told you, as you have solved the other type of decimal problems, that whenever there is a decimal point, on solving we have to put first the decimal point, then the next number is brought down, And here there is a rule, the pair has to be brought down. Therefore I put the decimal point first. This decimal point has gone here, and this whole pair 1 6 has come down. Now I told you to double the quotient. 24 double is 48. I have doubled it, 48. And here you can see, here the number is 4 and here the first number is 2. 4 is greater than 2. So we have to take the second number, that is 9. So the total is 29. And 4, when 4 into 7 4 are 28, you can tell why can't we take here 7. If you take here 7, here also you have to take 7. So 7 into 4 gives 28, which is less than 29. We can take, but why are we not taking? Because when 487 multiplied by 7 gives 3409. You can see 3409 is greater than 2916, right? So we are not taking, so we take 1 less than 7, that is 6. Now 486, when we have written here 6, here also you have to write 6, right? So 486 into 6 gives 2916. So the remainder here comes 0. Therefore root over 605.16 is equal to 24.6. Now I would like to tell you one more rule related to it. The rule is, always write the number after decimal sign in pair. If they are not in pair, by adding 0, right side of them make them in pair. Like I give you an example. If the question says like 27.401, okay, you have to do it in pairs. As I told you, before decimal sign you have to pair from right to left. From right to left it's this side, 27 comes a pair. After decimal sign from left to right, 40 comes a pair. And you can see 1 is left behind alone. So in this case you have to add a 0 to it and make it in pairs. And as you know, as many number of zeros you add, it after decimal sign it does not have any value. Okay. Now these 3 questions are solved in today's class. Please solve it in your classwork copy. And homework which will be shared to you should be solved in the homework copy with question. Thank you.